Now, we go to the Eastern Cape now, where service delivery, other local governance challenges and ways of strengthening municipalities will be in the spotlight as SALGA holds its annual Council of Mayors conference in East London. The Council of Mayors was formed in 2016 with the aim of looking at service provision among other issues. President Cyril Ramaphosa is expected to deliver the keynote address at this event. And for more, we cross now to our reporter Abongile Jantjies, who is there for us in East London. Abongile, good morning. So I would imagine everything up and running and, of course, just awaiting the process getting underway. So do take us through it, please.
Well, Sakina, very good morning to you. Well, the event is about to get underway here at the East London ICC. About 257 mayors from across the country have made their way to East London for this summit. The issue of service delivery will be on the spotlight. You'd recall that many municipalities throughout the country are digressing according to the Auditor General, and those are some of the things that will be highlighted here. As you can see here, if we could show you, many people are here this evening, and it's really going to be quite an event. And what will be taken from here, hopefully, it will be some of the things that will be highlighted in improving service delivery. You'd recall some councils are not even functional. Your Nelson Mandela Bay Metro here in the Eastern Cape, particularly those in coalition governments. And those are the things that are expected to be highlighted here, improving service delivery and bringing those who are in key positions, such as your mayors, to account. But let me bring in the provincial chairperson of SALGA here in the Eastern Cape, Ms. Suli Ngondwana. A very good morning to you, sir. Thanks a lot for joining us. Kindly take us through this event.
This National Council of Mayors is a consultative forum where all mayors, as you have said, from across the country gather. The purpose is to, amongst other things, have discussions on some policy positions of the government, including the legislative framework, insofar as it affects the operations of local government and insofar as it affects the municipalities. To say, from the point of view of the leaders of the executive and local government, these are our experiences from different municipalities. This is how we see certain pieces of legislation to be impacting on our operations in ensuring that we become a successful sector. So in essence, we'll be also sharing best practices from different municipalities, how some have navigated certain bedwaters, how some have made achievements despite that. So we'll be having that variety of presentation from the panelists who will be sharing those experiences with us today.
Only 4 municipalities here in the Eastern Cape received clean audits. Even your own OR Tambo, which you are the mayor of, didn't do so well in this last financial year. Will that be under the spotlight too? And how are you doing it as the chairperson and as the mayor of OR Tambo, where it was hit by floods not so long ago, in improving that issue of service delivery and assuring that funds are spent in accordance?
The Auditor General South Africa will be one of the panelists today, because she will be talking to the municipalities from the point of view of Auditor General to say, this is our observation, these are the areas where municipalities appear to be lagging behind. But I also mentioned that as SALGA General, both in the province and at national office, we have got teams of our in-house experts whom we dispatch to different municipalities to provide technical assistance to ensure that the municipalities do improve at certain areas of their operation. Now, as you will have mentioned, in the province in general, and in fact nationally, there has been a strike of floods And if you will see, as we'll be signing the pledge as SALGA, part of what we are dealing with is the approach to this area that appears to be rampant in our areas, the area of floods, the area of disasters. That is what is part of what we'll be looking at.
What's the relevance of SALGA in this day and age, Mr. Ngondwana? You make these proclamations, you make these proclamations, you call for things to happen, but as we see it, people on the ground are still suffering. Does SALGA have that edge of ensuring that what you call for does really happen on the ground to the vulnerable people, particularly in rural areas?
SALGA, as an association of the local government sector, part of its key responsibilities is advocacy for matters affecting the space at which we operate as local government. As you will be aware, we have got a representation in the NCOP at national, and we also have got a representation at the provincial legislatures. We have relationships that we're working on in terms of strengthening the interface between the provincial executives at the provincial government level to ensure that there's constant communication between what is happening at local government and what is happening at provincial and national. But at the heart of it, I must mention the advent of the district development model, which seeks to entwine all the three spheres of government into a single one plan, that as things are planned at the national level, they must be informed by the aspirations of the people from the ground. They must be informed by the submissions by those that are operating at the local government space. They must be informed by the interface between what is happening at local government and provincial government. In essence, what is referred to at a plan at a national level must talk to what is part of the IDP at a municipality. So that's the kind of changes that we're trying to put together that are structural in ensuring that we become an effective sector.
Thanks a lot for your time, sir. Any time frames under 30 seconds of when we can see this initiative these pledges you're signing today? Any time frames when we can see that its work is going good?
It would not be realistic of us for now to put a time frame on the pledge, because from the pledge being adopted, it must still be translated into a program. Once it's a program, it can have time frames.
Thank you, sir. Well, Sakina, that was Ms. Suli Ngondwana, the provincial chairperson of SALGA here in the Eastern Cape, taking us through on what we'll be expecting. The president is expected to speak at around 10 o'clock this morning. We shall bring you more then.
Well, thanks, Abongile Jantjies at the SALGA's Council of Mayors conference in East London.